Peace and blessings, kings and queens, and welcome to my channel. Thank you for clicking on the video because you didn't have to, but I appreciate that you did. Like the title says, this is a video on how I moved to Florida. I'm going to keep it straight to the point, not going to be super long, just exactly what I did. Well, I'm originally from Washington, D.C., and when I was about 8 or 9, my family moved to Prince George's County, Maryland. Forestville, District Heights, Suitland, Landover was pretty much my stomping grounds. And up to about 3 years ago, I just thought that I would work there, raise my son there, grow old and die in Maryland. My whole family is back up there, and I never thought in a million years that I would be living so far away from what I've known my whole life by myself. Like, I have no family here. But the opportunity presented itself to me, and I was 40 plus, and I was like, you know what? It's now or never type situation. So I started planning. I am a planner. I don't do things spontaneously. Like, this is a big deal for me. I'm naturally an introvert. I hang out with a select group of people, mostly my family, and sorry, my cat is trying to disrupt this video. He's been doing that all morning, and I have been trying to this is like the 10th time that I've tried to shoot this video, but he wants to play now, and I'm like, if I stop the momentum that I have, I'm gonna be sitting on the couch. So enough rambling. Anyway, so the initial reason why I decided to move to Florida is a very personal and emotional topic for me, and I'll probably do that in another video or explain it in another video why I came here. But this video is truly just solely about how I did it. So like I planned for about a year. Once I made the decision to do it, I planned for about a year. I sold everything that I had, or I gave it away, and the things that I truly couldn't part with, I put in storage. And the other thing that I did was I cashed out my 401k. And I know, people may cringe at that, but, it is what it is at this point. I'll be penalized, but I'll deal with that situation when it comes. But that's what I did. I had a little bit of savings, and I knew that from my past job that I would get a vacation buyout and my last check. So in the course of that year, including my 401k, I had about $17,000 to $18,000. So yeah, I took that, and originally I was going to be in the Miami area, and like I said, that situation didn't work out, but I still wanted to stay close enough to Miami where I can get to it without any major hurdles. So I started looking on the outskirts, and I came across Fort Myers. So I liked the area, seemed pretty nice. Then I started thinking, okay, do I want to get an apartment? When I came to Florida, I came here with no job lined up. When I tell you I truly stepped out on faith, y'all, I stepped out on faith. But my mind was, or my thought process was, do I want to get an apartment and then try to find a job that can afford that apartment? Because yeah, it's easy to get an apartment, put down a couple of months rent when you have a large lump sum. But what about if I get a job and I can't afford the rent? Because truth be told, Florida doesn't pay as much as its northern counterparts. Like, the same job that you'll be getting paid $17, $18 up north, you'll be getting paid $12, $13 here, which I just think is crazy. I'm just like, how do people survive? You have to have a second income or a roommate or something like that. I don't do roommates. Not that I'm a mean person. I'm just set in my ways, and I just want to be by myself. See, he really just ain't trying to let me do this video. Can I do the video, please? Can I do this video? Anywho, but yeah, so my thought process was, do I want to get an apartment and then get a job and I can't afford it, or, you know, what do I want to do? So I came across a website where they do, where they have trailers, and I don't turn my nose up to trailers. I've lived in trailers before. So that wasn't something that was new to me. So I was all for it. So I applied, because you have to do a background check, of course, to live in the trailer park. And so I applied. They notified me that I was approved. And so I was talking to the gentleman back and forth before I moved down here. And he said, when I get off the plane, come see him. So all I took to Florida, guys, truly is just the clothes on my back. I had like a small carry-on bag or a briefcase or whatever. And I think I had a gray suit for interviews that I was planning on going on, because like I said, I came down here with no job at all. I submitted some resumes, but I just came down here with no job. So I met up with the gentleman at the trailer park. My trailer cost about $7,000, $7,000 or $8,000, and I paid it straight out. And the lot fee here is $375 a month, and I figured that no matter what job I get down here, I can afford $375 a month. So if I get a job that's paying me $12 an hour, I know $375 shouldn't be anything. So that gave me comfort. So I bought my trailer, and then I paid the lot fee up for like 4 or 5 months, and I knew in that time I would find a job. I would find something. And truth be told, like within a week of me being here in Florida, I got contacted by a temp agency, and they wanted to interview. So I went on an interview, and I got, offered the job, and I took it, because I just was like, I'm just gonna take anything that comes my way, and then I can find something else later, when I'm settled. And that job, like I mentioned, was $12 an hour. And I was just like, I'm thankful. This is just me starting out. I'm thankful. And the job that I worked for was an experience within itself. Nobody knew what they were doing at this job. It's truly like we were coming to work and just going through the motions. I was supposed to make some type of phone calls to gather some intel and some information, but I was just like, what? And I became kind of close to one of my coworkers there, and one day I just was like, is it just me not knowing what I'm doing, or does everybody else not know what they're doing either? And she was like, no, it's not you. Nobody here knows what they're doing. And that didn't sit too well with me, because like I said, I'm a planner. I like to have things mapped out. I like to be secure in certain things, my job, my home. I just like to have security. So I started looking for another job, and I got the job that I'm at now, which pays me a lot more than that last job. And yeah, and I'm so happy that I came across it. It's a wonderful job and a wonderful company that I work for. So yeah, that's pretty much how I moved to Florida. There's no, fireworks or big bangs or anything like that. It was just truly stepping out on faith and just doing it. And if you walk away with anything from this video, walk away with, life is short. If we're lucky, we'll get 100 years out of this life. Take a chance. Step out on faith. Try. Try and fail instead of not try and just not do anything with your life. And like I said, this was a big move for me. I am so happy that I made this decision. Even though I have, other things that I'm working on, but I could not have been more happier with my decision. I'm so happy that I moved here. I have a few videos that I want to do as far as the difference with living in Florida than living in Maryland, and I'll do that later. But just try, step out on faith, live your life. If it's something that you want to do, just do it. You are the only person that is standing in your way. I watched another young lady's video, and our stories were almost very similar, the same age, and she just quit her job and moved here, and I just got so much inspiration from her. And like I said, I can't say it enough, I just stepped out on faith, truly, and I'm glad that I just landed on my feet. I've been here, this past November has been a year. It has been a lot of growing pains, but I love it. I'm very happy with my decision. So yeah, some people say that you need about $30,000 to $50,000 to relocate. Child, I ain't had that. Like I said, I just used what I had. I had a little bit of savings. I cashed out my 401. I took my vacation leave. I bought that out. My last paycheck. Boom. And that was it. I'm happy that I came across the website with the trailers, because that was a lifesaver. That just gave me so much comfort. I set myself up for success, and that's what you need to do. Yeah, if you want to do something, do it. Try, but you got to have some type of plan. Just something that's going to give you a little security or a cushion. So thank you for tuning in. And I apologize if it's a little all over the place. Like I said, I do tend to ramble. But yeah, that's my little story. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Be blessed.